Fortunately, we were born with the power to heal ourselves. Hello, I'm Dr. Nick, and I'm a chiropractor on a mission to help you bring more health into your life. In my videos, I talk about how you can work with the three main factors that affect your health: structural, chemical, and the mental spiritual realm. So stick around. In this video, I'm trying to instruct you to get well and keep well, rather than attempt to try to treat sickness. I'm going to start it out with a quote from Plato. He said that the great error of our day in the treatment of the human body is that physicians separate the soul from the body. This begs the question, what is the soul? Well, the soul is the power that gives us life. We are bodies that are animated by a soul. Essentially, we are souls that have a body. Our soul is our consciousness and our subconscious all rolled into one. And with regards to healing and health, the soul is always working to restore and preserve health. If the workload is beyond the soul's abilities to heal, then disease appears in the body. There are several causes of disease. It can be a thing, it can be a thought, or it can be an act that is detrimental to our nature. So it can be traumas, physical traumas, it can be chemical traumas, or it can be mental, emotional, spiritual stress that leads to the problem. If there is a disorder in the expression of health, the root cause must always be dealt with, or else symptoms are going to return, regardless of the treatment. And for there to be an effective healing to occur, then you must be dedicated to the healing, or the efforts of the doctor that you're working with are going to be in vain. And it's important that you remember that in this talk, I'm not talking about symptoms. Doctors can effectively remove symptoms. There's all kinds of ways to do that. You can take drugs, you can get massages, you can get adjustments. But if the problem isn't because of a lack of drugs or some sort of structural imbalance or muscle tightness or your meridians being off, then those types of treatments are typically just a way to address the symptoms. And what happens is symptoms may disappear, but then they one day reappear. So it's important that people know that they cannot purchase health. It's something that you have to earn. And you earn it by living in harmony with the laws of your being. And that means that you're moving well, you're resting well, you're eating well, you're trying to avoid toxins. You're also working towards better health in the realm of the mind and the soul. With regards to approaches that people use to heal themselves, the mind is typically overlooked, especially when there's a physical problem that occurs. So when there's something physical happening in the body, but it's caused from some sort of mental origin, a common scenario is that they go to a doctor to have it treated, or they try to do some sort of stretch, and it doesn't get well. And then they're left with this weird, mysterious situation of the problem that's just lingering. And they're doing all the things that they should be doing, but it's just not going away. If that's ever happened to you, it's important that you take an inventory of the three things that can contribute to dysfunction in your body, whether it's physical, chemical, mental, or emotional. When these types of things happen, when there's some sort of physical imbalance in the body, and also and the cause of it is from some sort of mental or emotional thing, and you're trying to apply a purely physical treatment to the situation, it can become very frustrating for not only the patient but also the doctor. I know, I've been there. So you got to really try to take an inventory of those three things and see what is truly contributing towards any type of imbalance in your life. You can also take an inventory of the three things and see, well, how am I doing and what can I do to maintain my health or even improve it a little bit more? If you already feel like you're doing well, like, how can I just optimize this good thing that I already have going? So the good news is that there are ways to treat the cause regardless of whether it's physical, chemical, or mental. The important thing is to know how to tell what is promoting health in you and what is promoting disease. And these things are known. It's not any mystery, we have figured it out over the years as a species. However, you just have to look in the right places for the information, and you also need to have an open mind. It might be something that you totally don't expect. I see many situations where the answer is right there in front of somebody, but they just can't see it because they're closed off to that solution being a possibility. So, in chiropractic, there is a theory that subluxation causes disease, but that theory cannot account for all disease. Just as the fact that germ theory cannot account for all disease as well. So health and healing are more complex than X plus Y equals Z, but not by much. You just have to know what to look for and be willing to look at the cause of the problem with an open mind and an open heart. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope it gave you some insight as to what types of things might be contributing towards dysfunction in your body. Be on the lookout for more videos in the future where I discuss